Here we are. Well, my next project is my walthem. It's we got it cleaned and it's been through the bath. So what I want to do is uh, get it put some of it back there. It's a full plate, and full plates can be tricky to put back together. They're hard to do live for me because I have to be able to see the pivots and I have to pick it up. So you might not see everything. I might have to pick it up. So, but I'll try to give you all the best footage I can. Um, so I've been working on that yesterday. The last one I did wasn't so good because it it was such a blur from my light that it was hard for y'all to even see that. So this, like right here, it was it was glaring like that, and it made the video kind of hard to see. So I keep trying different things, and hopefully one of these days we'll hit a combination that works. But I appreciate everybody. Thank everybody for hanging out, hanging along. All my subscribers, viewers, I appreciate y'all. Uh, so first, what I'm gonna do is, if I can, is I've done this before. Is I put the barrel on there first, and what that does is that helps up align the other pivots. It keeps the center wheel straight, and it'll keep like the third wheel. I think it kind of helps keep everything aligned. So let me see if we can do that. But first, let me find out where it goes, because I I do this so many times, and then I go to put it back together, and I'll be like, "Darn it, where'd that go?" So a lot of times I'll be taking these bridges, and I'll be doing this, going around. I'll be like, "Man, I know that mainspring fits on here somewhere, right?" So, but anyways, so I want to get this back on there, but I'm trying to figure out where I took it off from. I had it been from over here somewhere. Oh my God, are you serious? Oh Lord. I mean, for real, how can you forget where you put your. Oh, gracious, I'm telling you. I'll tell you what, let's do this. I'm serious. I'm like, I just took this apart. I'm like, are you kidding me? Yeah, this is the worst. Let's do it this way here. There we go. I'm trying to find out where my darn. Oh my God, it's been a long time since I've had that happen to me. That normally never happens. I do these so much that for some reason I go to put that on there and I couldn't figure out where it went. Okay, this is for the click. That's the gear for the click. It came out. Well, I take it out for cleaning purposes. So that would have helped. But that's squared, right? I should have left that gear in there. Would have been a help. And it's been cleaned. There we go. Oh, you know what? Shoot, I didn't know this. I can't do that with this one here because this goes over top of it. Well, I guess I'm not going to be able to do that with this one. Okay, well, I'm not going to be able to do that. I thought I could put that on there. So there's a couple ways you can do these full plates. You could do the upside down trick, and that is where you take the bottom, or this would be the top, and you build it this way. And how you can tell where stuff goes is these two pieces right here. This is where the balance right there. So, okay, so I know where that goes. Geez, every time I start doing videos, I forget the name of parts. You know what I'm saying? It's like, God, man, how do you forget the name of your parts? All right, so right here. Come on now. It can't be turned sideways. It has to be lined up there. All right, let's see what we got. It is such a small hole. That hole is like minuscule. Okay, so just set it in there. Don't press on it hard. You'll break the pivots. Okay, so now that that's in there, all right. Now what I can do is this. I'll leave that just like it is. All right, so I'm not going to touch that now. I'll leave it just like it is. Now I want to build this up. And let's see if we can get it to match. This is a Mobius 9010. And I just want to do the pivots before I put it together. Put a little up here. And they usually need a little bit more thicker grease for the winding, but I don't have it. All right, so let's go ahead and get our wheels assembled here. I think this is the third wheel. And then we got our, well, let me go ahead and get the escape wheel in. I believe, yeah. You do these full plates, you have to remember that they're taller. Oh, I might put that one in last. Oh, well, let's not. Can't get that one in yet. All right, this is our center. This is the one that's got the seconds on it. I think that looks right. I think that looks right. Maybe not. I think I had the escape in the wrong hole. Because if all the gears aren't turning every part, problems. There we go. Okay, now this is where the trick comes in. So what you can do is you can sandwich these together. And I'm going to show you a trick. You can also use putty. You can put a little piece of putty, Radico. If you take some Radico, put some Radico right there to hold this. You can do that too. So what I like to do is, I've never tried this on camera before, so I don't know how this is going to work or what you're going to be able to see, but you have to get these lined up. And as long as you got your see, I know something ain't right because I'm not lined up here. Okay. And I can see I'm in the pivot there. And now you got to take anything you can and you just want to manipulate the wheels and put just a little bit of pressure on. Not much. Just like that. Did you hear it click? I don't know if that's it or not because I don't see. I thought we were in. I don't think we're in yet. I don't think we're in because I don't see. Oh, there it went. There it went. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 pivots. Okay. Now, while I'm holding this, I want to take my screws now, and I need to get this screw down. While holding it, and if you're asking why do we need to hold it, is because, well, you can use your your shoot, dang, I'm telling you, I'm terrible today. Movement holder, because you have your seconds. So if you were to put this down on my pad, that seconds would just come up, even though if I wasn't holding it. If I just had this loose, if I said okay, it's on there, and I set this down on this, that center seconds, because that's a long pin, it's a long gear, it'd come up, and this whole thing's just gonna come it's just going to come right out of. You'd have to redo it. All right, let's grab the Myers. Since we know our pivots are in there. And I'm always going to double check to make sure. Ooh, that isn't what I wanted to hear. Ooh, that's kind of a little bit of a bump there, wasn't it? So I'm always checking my pivots. Just, keep going around and make sure your pivots are still there. It doesn't hurt. Even though you got one screw in there, still keep looking. Every time you add a screw, take a look. And don't tighten these all the way down. Just snug them. Just snug them. Because we still need to make sure we are still got everything where it needs to be. It doesn't take much for something to get shooken while you're doing this and knock something out of alignment. So just take your time. No hurry. We're not in a hurry. Okay, lift it up. We're going to check our pivots. Turn it around. Turn it this way. I want to make sure everything looks good. Yeah, looks good. Yeah, everything's in there. Everything moving pretty. So I'm just going to take a quick look. Like I said, I want to still make sure everything looks the way it's supposed to be. I want to make sure all those are in nothing sideways. Everything's in its pivot. Even though I know it's together, I'm still double checking. Okay. That looks good. That looks good. All right. Now let's get our all right. We'll put some Mobius 9010 when we get this one down. Now the screws for this are different. They have the head on them, as you can see, is way different. And there's only two of them. So that's how I knew the difference here. And same way, we're just going to snug, because I don't want to. I still need to make sure that it's lined up, that it's in that gear. Even though it can only go one way to go down in there, I still ain't going to take no chances until I know. So I'll show you so you can see how. Right there. Oh, hold on. Let me get you in the camera here so you can see. But you see how there's an opening. right here. So it's still not sitting flush yet. So what I might have to do is I'm going to take, oh my gosh, people, I didn't put the keyless works in it. Oh my goodness. I did not put the keyless works in it. Oh goodness. I didn't put the keyless in it. Man. Well, it would help. I was gonna say I was gonna give a little bit of a wind to help it get lined up. And I just saw a hole. Oh man. Jeez. Okay. Well, it might help if we put the keyless works back in it. We'll go ahead and put a little bit of OBS 9010. So this right here, y'all, is a auto oiler. It's what I use. You just press this up, and it's got a needle that goes down, and it disperses just the right amount of oil for your jewels. So that's what I use, and it works really, really nice, and they're inexpensive. Bergeons will cost you a pretty penny, but that's not a Bergeon. That's just an aftermarket. But I tell you what, for being aftermarket, it works really, really well. No complaints. All right. Well, let's try to get this thing going. There we go. Now it's sitting flush. Of course, it would have helped if I would have had the windings in it. You know, got to have all my parts in it. Didn't even have all the parts in it. Oops. I tell you what, this is the fastest as far as assembly I've put in a full plate together. Sometimes I spent days on these before, where I've had to come back. You know, I've had to come back a day later or 2 days later because I was so frustrated because I couldn't get the gears to line up. So I would just leave it on my table, and I would just come back to it when I felt like I could give it another go. And one day it just finally came together. So some days you're gonna have that. That's why I said don't be in no hurry. All right, let's go ahead and oil up all of our pivots over here. Yeah, these auto oilers work great, and they they save you a ton of money in oil because you're not overdoing it on your oil. It's only allowing so much out, and you can adjust that. It has a throttle. Well, we say a throttle, but it has an adjustment, so you can um, advance how much you like. What's your preference? If you want a little bit more, a little less. Okay, so what we're going to do now is turn it over, and it's the dial side. Let's go ahead and get our dial side together. This is our minute hand. Go ahead and put a little touch of 90-10. All my watch haters are going to be like, man, you don't need to put oil there. You don't need to put oil here. Yeah, probably not. But anywhere where there's metal to metal contact, I like to put a little bit of oil. You just have to be careful because if you do over oil it and you put oil where things don't need to be oil for some reason, it will stop your watch or slow it down. And it can't potentially stop it because what happens is you'll get a bunch of dust. If you get dust in your watch, the oil oil and dust don't go together very well, and your watch will eventually either stop moving, slow down, or stop. Okay, I have some more dials, and I might switch this dial out. Let me see what I can find real quick. This is an 18 dial. I'd love to use this dial, but it doesn't work. Give me just a second. Let's see what we can find for dials. Find something with some numbers on it. I don't think I have any of those. Yeah, that's a 12. I mean 16. Okay, well, we'll just have to put the original one back on it. Like I said, I like to feel around for the there, center, seconds, right there. All right, get this guy out of there, and we will button down the dial. I'll see if I can find a different one sometime. See, I'm not going to over tighten these. They're just snugged. They're not going anywhere. That's for sure. Okay. Well, let's wind it up and see what happens. Uh-oh. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I bet you when I backed this up, I had to unwind it. And when I did, I hope that spring didn't come undone. I had to unwind it. And sometimes that spring inside, because it's old, sometimes that arbor, the spring will come off the arbor. And I was kind of worried about that. And I don't know if that's what's happened or not. But I didn't like that noise. Get this thing back into movement here. Let's see. Let's see what the problem is. Not off to a good start. Not off to a good start at all. Well, yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened. Oh, man. Well, let's see if we can. Let's see if we can. Get the catch back on there. Yeah. Yep, that's what it did. Well, yep. I took the tension off of it. When I backed it up, it released it. Well, I don't have another mainspring for that as far as spring, but I got spares. Let's see if this one will fit in there. Let's see if this one fits this watch. Let me see the difference here. Let's see if this is a walthem or an Elgin. Oop. This should fit this watch. Yeah. All right, let's try this one. This is I'm telling you, it's why it's good to keep spares. Good to keep spare parts. I had a bunch of movements I got one time, and I kept all the parts off of them. But yeah, when I backed that up, I had to when I let down the mainspring, I guess it let down too. I should have stopped, and I kept backing it up to make sure it's fully unwound. And when I did, I guess it undid itself. And to get that fixed, I'd have to bend it a little bit because it's way out of shape. And I don't think I have another one of those. I don't think I have a mainspring for that. I don't think I have a mainspring for that. I can order one. All right, let's try this again, huh? Let's see what happens. Oh man, this one don't even fit this watch. I guess this don't fit this watch. Oh my gosh, I am just striking out here, peoples. We are striking out. Striking out. Man, look at that. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to fix the one I got. I guess that one ain't gonna work. Man, that's terrible. I don't understand why that one don't work. I thought that was a walthem. I guess it's not the same. Well, maybe I can fix I might be able to fix the arbor. Oh, let's try one more. If I got one. That don't work, then we're just gonna have to. No. Alright. Well, let's just see if we can fix this one, huh? Let's see what we can do. It's not off by much. It's just right there. I've had this happen before. Let me put it back together and see if we can get it to catch. If not, I'll have to just buy another mainspring for it. Which is not a big deal. They're pretty easy to come by, and they're pretty inexpensive. I think the last one I got for one of these was like $18 or something. They're not too bad. It's just aggravating, you get all this together, and it was, this watch was running. It was running like plus 2 seconds a day, 0 seconds a day. You go to oil and clean and you put it back together, and then it's like Okay, you know, now I'm buying parts. You know, now I'm buying parts for something that was totally working before I took it apart. So that that happens. That happens, and it happens quite a bit sometimes. But it's not the end of the world. It's not like I can't fix it. Like I said, I just backed it up too far, and oop, that arbor just couldn't catch it. I don't know what is going on here. Why is this not winding? Like what the skadoodles? Yeah, it's not catching. Oh man, damn it! Ugh, profanity, profanity. I want to go get a pair of pliers. I guess that's the only way I can get this back in there. Is I got to get a pair of pliers and squeeze it, or I have to replace it. Man, straight up, straight up profanity. Ain't that something? Man, that's terrible. Oh man. Yep. It's just not catching it. Try using my tweezers. That might do it. It's not off by a lot. When you put in a new one of these, that arbor piece where this goes into, it's usually almost covering the hole, and that's so it puts tension on it. So when you put the arbor in it, it it snaps into that groove. So it's all ready to go. It's got tension in it, so that it. But when I backed it up, for some reason, it decided to no longer go. It's just a tired spring, I guess you could say. Mm, that's so crazy. Man, I can't believe that. Mm, I'm just trying to get it so that it's in a hook. I really, 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 really want this watch to be running. I'm doing everything I can to get this watch back running. Oh, well, if I made it worse or better. Man, if I can just. If I can just get it to hook around there, I'd have it. I just don't know if it's ever going to grab. You know, oh, oh, shoot. Might have it that time. We might be in business. I hope. I hope it stays. Let's see if it'll stay. If it'll stay, I can, once I get it wound, I get some tension on it. You know, hopefully it'll be good, in good shape. Tragedy. This is just ridiculous. Go from something for easy to I can't get the screws in it. Oh, I dropped the screw. Oh boy. Oh man. I dropped the screw. Now I gotta find that on the floor because I need it. Oh gracious Lord. Oh screw, where'd you go? Holding me up. Holding me up. Where'd you go? I'm on the floor like an idiot looking for a screw. I heard it drop. I know it. I know it's here. Yep. I got it. I got it. All right. Man, I'm on the floor like a darn idiot trying to find a screw. All right. Leave that crap. Yeah. All right. Let's try this again. If this don't work, we're just going to have to order a new one. Not a problem. For this video purpose, I would like for this to work. Yeah, it's just not going to grab it. Well, y'all, I apologize for that. We're just not, we're going to have to order another spring. So, that sucks. I didn't know this was going to happen. Unfortunately, it does. Well, y'all, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Sorry for the crap, because this ain't going to work. I got to get another spring or see if I can find another spring to go with it. I appreciate y'all, man. Anybody out there, man, I appreciate all my subscribers, all my viewers. Like I said, we're trying to work with cameras, see if I get y'all the best view I can. Hopefully, y'all learned a little something about the full plates and getting them together and some of the aggravation that comes along with this hobby. And I can't believe that thing does not want to wind. I mean, I am this close to getting this thing running, and this is what happens. And it happens. All right, y'all. I appreciate everybody. Thank y'all.